Hey everybody, what's up? It's Kiki and welcome back for another cooking video. You guys said that you enjoyed them, so I want to bring you one of my signature dishes. This is my shrimp and chicken Alfredo pasta with homemade garlic bread. So if you guys want to see how I make this, keep watching. So I've already cleaned my chicken breast strips and I'm going to pat them dry. A lot of you guys said that you enjoyed Kiki's quick kitchen, so this is going to be another quick video. I'm just going to cut the chicken breast strips into cubes. Okay, not necessarily cubes, but more like chunks. And I don't know exactly how much chicken I got because I'm also going to mix shrimp with this. So this might not seem like a lot of chicken, but it'll be a lot of meat. And around here we don't measure, we just season to taste. And I season with my eyes. And I'm just going to take some of this poultry seasoning and season the chicken breast before I actually cook it. And while that's set off to the side, I'm going to start the water for my noodles. And I'm just going to add in some vegetable oil and a chicken bouillon cube to season my water so that my noodles have a little flavor to them. And the pasta I'll be using is penne pasta. It don't say that on here. It says that, but this is penne pasta. It's just the Publix brand. And once the water boils, I'm going to add my pasta to it and let it cook till it's al dente, which is about 15 to 18 minutes. And once my noodles are done, I remove them from the pot and drain them in a colander and let that sit to the side while I prepare the other ingredients. I'm going to go ahead and season up some shrimp that I've already peeled, cleaned, deveined, all that good stuff, and let that sit to the side while I cut up some vegetables. I'm using peppers, green peppers, and red peppers. I usually use any mix of peppers: green peppers, red peppers, orange peppers, yellow peppers. I like peppers in my pasta, but my kids really don't like it, so I have to cook them well done. So I put some olive oil in a hot pan and I'm just going to add the vegetables to that and stir fry them or saute them. And then I'm going to add some garlic to it and let this just cook for a little while. Like I said, my kids like their vegetables well done, so I'm just going to let it cook a little bit more, but I'm going to add some parsley to it. And I also added a little bit of butter in there as well. So a few minutes later, my vegetables are halfway done. I'm going to go ahead and add my chicken to it and let my chicken cook with my vegetables. I'm going to sprinkle this with some more olive oil and cover it and let it cook about 10 to 15 minutes. So about 10 minutes later, the chicken is almost done and I'm just going to let it sit for a little bit. And off camera, I forgot I was recording. I went ahead and cooked the shrimp and then I added the cooked shrimp to the pot with all the vegetables and the chicken. So now I'm going to make my Alfredo sauce. I'm going to start with a half a stick of butter and melt that down. And then I'm going to add some garlic and parsley and stir that in and let that simmer for a little bit. Depending on how much you're making will determine how much Alfredo sauce you'll need. So I'm using like a little over a pint of heavy whipping cream. I did use 1 full box of pasta and then I have those 2 different meats. So I'm making quite a bit. So this will be enough for me. And I'm just going to season that with my normal seasonings. This is roasted garlic powder. And then I'm going to use regular garlic powder. I like garlic. Onion powder, paprika, cayenne pepper, a little bit of red pepper flakes. Just season it to your taste. I like my food really seasoned but not salty. And I'm actually using smoked paprika today. And then I'm going to add a little bit more garlic, give it a stir, let it simmer for a little bit. And then I'm going to start adding my Parmesan cheese. This is just a Parmesan cheese I picked up from my local grocery store. And I add a little bit at a time. You don't want it too thick and you don't want it too cheesy that it becomes a cheese sauce instead of Alfredo, if you know what I mean. And because cheese is already salty, I wait till after I add the cheese to my Alfredo to start adding any salt. So I'm going to add a little bit of seasoned salt And I'm just gonna let it sit and simmer on a low heat while I prepare the rest of my meal. I'm gonna start preparing my garlic bread. I have a loaf of French bread, but it's fresh, so it's a little bit hard to cut. You're supposed to at least wait a day before you cut French bread, so it's a little hard to cut because it's so soft. But I'm just going to slice it. So to make my garlic butter, I'm going to take a half a cup of squeezed butter and put it in a bowl, and then I'm going to take a tablespoon of this Better Than bouillon. Don't use a full tablespoon, use probably a half a tablespoon to a teaspoon. This thing is very salty and it can make your bread really salty, so I wouldn't suggest using a full tablespoon. You live and you learn. And then I'm going to take some parsley and add that to my bowl, and I'm also going to add some Italian seasoning, and then I'm just going to mix everything together and butter my bread. And on some of the breads I added cheese and on some I didn't, and then I'm just going to put it in the oven and let it bake. So I like to make sure that all my noodles are coated in the Alfredo sauce and we don't have any dry noodles. So I put my noodles inside of the Alfredo sauce and stir it up and make sure I get all of my noodles coated in the Alfredo sauce. And now I'm just going to spoon in the meat and vegetables and give that a good toss to make sure everything is coated in the Alfredo sauce as well. And then I'm going to finish it off with some mozzarella cheese, some parsley, and a little bit of paprika. And this is the finished results. It looks really good and it tastes as good as it looks. I'm just going to go ahead and take my bread out the oven. Like I said, I did put cheese on some. Everything looks so good. I'm just going to plate this up for you guys. And this was so good. I hope you guys try this and I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you would like to see me make next, and let me know if you try this dish. Love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.